Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for SpiegelMom Scraps. And for the month of November, we are being inspired, or I should say being pin-spired through Pinterest. So the design team members have all been tasked with getting on Pinterest and finding some inspiration. We can either be inspired, we can scrap lift, either one. So once again, I totally forgot, just as I'm thinking about it while doing the voiceover, I forgot to add the copy of the layout that inspired me for this project. So I will add that at the end. So stay tuned at the very end. I'll throw it in there. Okay, so the layout that I had chosen was a layout that had a lot of confetti on it. It looked like a bunch of like from a hole punch. They had just punched a bunch of circle shapes. And that immediately caught my eye because I thought, okay, confetti, sequins, basically the same thing. So that's why you'll see to the right on my screen that I have a bunch of sequins. The mixes that I have actually used on the layout, I think I used all of the ones that I've got down there. I think all of them. So I used Ariel's Tail, Breezy Beautiful, Freezin For A Reason, Tropical Breeze, Bursting Sunrays, and then I also used a newly released item in the SpiegelMom Scrap Shop. She now carries wood veneers, and I used the mix Tropical Florals. So the layout that I am basically scrap lifting had a few different pattern papers at the top and were kind of bent up and distressed a little bit. So I chose some scraps. I believe all of these papers came in one of my Hip Kit Club kits. I'm not sure which one. I just have them all in their bags next to me, and I'm trying to use up what I have because I've got a huge box coming. It's like my December documented kit as well as my November kits. So I am so bad because once I get my new kits in, a lot of the times my other kits just kind of get pushed to the side. So I'm trying to use them as much as I can. Okay, so what I'm doing here is basically developing the same concept, you know, confetti versus sequins right now. So I tried a technique out. It didn't really work. You see me, I had put my Scotch tacky glue down, and I kind of used my palette knife to scrape it around to get the most coverage. It didn't work because obviously it became a thin layer and it dried very, very quickly. So a lot of the sequins didn't stick. I couldn't find my spray adhesive, or I would have tried that. So what I do is, I don't make you watch me do the whole thing, but I end up kind of putting them on one by one, but not really. Just kind of putting a big glob of glue and then just kind of sprinkling the sequins on as I get further down. So I've already used Ariel's Tail, Freezin For A Reason. I've got, I believe it's Bursting Sunrays on the left, and then I'm kind of filling in the major gaps here and there. But I don't make you watch the whole thing. I do basically stick to the layout that I used in regard to the placement of everything. I believe her picture had more like the confetti at the top was more wide than what I had started with. But I love how mine turned out. And yes, I did go through a lot of sequins, but it came out so pretty. And it's very just, it's super fun because it looks like the sequins are falling from the pattern paper on the top. I kind of made sure to tuck some up underneath it to make it look like it was coming down from the top of the page. So here I'm just filling in some holes that didn't, that was at the top, and you know, my sequins didn't stick because my glue got too thinned out. All right. So that's me just kind of going through and filling in some gaps and making sure that my colors were kind of spread out amongst the page. And I am going to have to refill a few of these sequins, but there's so many that comes in the pack. Like I really didn't use all of them. Like I did get through one pack of Ariel's Tail only because that had already been almost halfway gone anyways. And I had a newer pack of Ariel's Tail up on the right that you kind of see in the corner. And I don't think I used any from that pack. So there's a bunch that comes in each of these little packs. And it goes a long way. So this is where I'm kind of adding a bunch of glue at once and then trying to strategically place each sequin to make it look like it's falling naturally, but not really. I just wanted it to have that look that they were falling from the top. And this one was so much fun to make. All right, so through the magic of editing, that's what I ended up with. And the photo that I am using is a photo of my mom, me, and my stepdad. We were eating at California Pizza Kitchen out in Kailua in Hawaii. And it had just been the 3 of us, and it was so much fun. Like, we went shopping, and then we had lunch there because we love CPK so much. So delicious. And I'm sad because there's none in my town. I'm not sure why, but I love California Pizza Kitchen. Okay, so I have backed my photo with some papers from the Whimsical collection by Paige Evans with pink paisley. And here's where I pull out the wood veneers, the tropical florals, because they're tropical and we were in Hawaii. And I thought it matched my layout perfectly. And I did choose specific sequin mixes when I was selecting the ones I wanted. I wanted basically them to match a lot of the Whimsical collection from Paige Evans. Because that's what the collection that I'm currently working with, because I'm in love with it so much, because it's so pretty. Yeah, and I want to use it because when my new kits come in, then I'm going to be working on those. And a lot of those, I think the newer things that are coming in the Hip Kit Club are very fall inspired. So, but then again, I might just go back to this, like the Paige Evans kit, because it's so colorful. And yeah, I'm usually not really I'm usually really not like a holiday scrapbooker either way. So hopefully I can change that. And I think I've said that before in another video of mine. So I apologize if I'm repeating myself. So I am gluing down the wood veneers, and off camera, I do add more sequins underneath my photo to make it look like the sequins had extended down more onto my page. But I do that off camera because I finished my layout and then I went back to it the next day, and then I added more in the morning. So I'm just going through the cardstock stickers from the Whimsical collection, and I'm adding a little border sticker, and then I added some circle elements on let's see, the bottom right of my photo, because that's what the other layout had. The sequins kind of fell and stopped at on her circular elements, and mine kind of just went all the way down. It went through the little circles that I've got down, and then it kept going. Working on my title, and from the title on this video, it's Good Eats, because California Pizza Kitchen is delicious. I think my favorite is like the chicken asparagus spaghettini. I think that's what it is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. All right, so my title, I'm using some thickers from my October Hip Kit Club kit. And the pattern papers that I chose at the top, those are all just scraps that I had. So it felt really good to get those used up. And let me tell you, I have sequins all over my floor and all over my desk. So I need to go tomorrow and just kind of clean up. For some reason, my little dog loves when she finds sequins on the floor, because I mean, they're everywhere because I use them so much. She loves to chew on them. And I will go back and pick them up off the floor and put them back where they go. No sequin goes wasted. All right. And for the most part, I don't really add too much to my page. Other than me adding more sequins, like I said, I just add some journaling. And I don't really do too much more embellishing. I thought about adding some chipboard and maybe some rub-ons, but I thought that the sequins were enough as it is and very, bright and the main focus on the page. And I didn't want to pull it away from it too much. Just doing some quick journaling. I do add some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine to add a little more shimmer. And I don't think I do anything else. I think my final photos are going to come up. Don't forget to use my code Brianna15 to save you 15% off your next order. The new releases for November are beautiful and do include a lot of the wood veneer pieces, so definitely go check that out. And yeah, there's my code. My final photo is coming up. There it is. I love this page. It was so much fun to make. I hope I've inspired you, and if you do play along with us this month and get inspired from Pinterest, tag me or leave a comment so I can check you out on YouTube or Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys create. And thanks again for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.